Earlier today, we took a look at some of the upcoming vehicles that were going to be added in the After Hours update. Now, they were old vehicles like the Patriot and the Prairie that have been around since day one, but they were getting new liveries, modifications, and updates. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the new vehicles added in the After Hours update that will be coming in the next couple of weeks and months. And we're going to be looking at some of their liveries, special features, and designs. The only vehicle we're not going to be looking at today is the Terabyte, because we did a full dedicated video to that yesterday, but we are going to be talking about the remaining ones. So let's start with the Enus Stafford. It has a price of $1,272,000. It's in the sedan class and available on the Legendary Motorsports site. So it has a lot of really cool liveries, the first one being Flames. So Flames adds this sort of yellow and orange livery pattern sort of on the wheelbase, and it also changes the color near the windows too, that sort of gradient of orange and yellow. After that, you've got Blue Flames, exact same design, but instead of orange and yellow, it's sort of dark blue and light blue. That looks really good in my opinion. After that, you've got Radials. Radials is sort of this like hypnotic, psychedelic design. You sort of got these spirals on the top half of the car, the hood, roof, and the back, whereas the bottom part remains unchanged. Following that, it's Baroque. Baroque is the exact same placement. This time it's a bunch of different shapes like stars and diamonds, almost sort of has like a tiger print going on there. So that one is really cool. Following that, it's Neoclassical. Neoclassical, again, is that very similar design. This one's sort of got more like a flowery feel to it. I don't know. All three of those are on the top part of the car only. After that, we finally get to see what the Guest List O Enus livery is. This one looks fantastic. It has so many different designs and shapes and colors and layouts. This one is really cool. I think this one is my second favorite that Rockstar has added on this vehicle. I'll show you my final favorite one a little bit later. After that, it's Gothic Decor. Gothic Decor, probably the simplest of the liveries we're looking at today. Very light patterns that can be found on the top half of the vehicle. Following that, it's Rusty Enus. Rusty Enus has a full rusty design, which is kind of cool. For Queen and Country also makes a return on the Enus Stafford, sort of a splattered Union Jack. But my favorite one is Make Peace, Not War. This one, very psychedelic. Looks like it's straight out of the 1960s. This is so cool. That design is so colorful. I love the sort of tie-dye feel. That is amazing. Up next, let's talk about the Freecrawler. So the Freecrawler is an off-road vehicle on the Legendary Motorsports site for $597,000. So it's not all that expensive. The Freecrawler has some pretty cool liveries. The first one being Canis. That one's very simple, but it adds the Canis logo on the side of the vehicle as well as its writing, which is kind of cool. Following that, you have Dirty Canis, which offers a little bit of a different design. I wouldn't say it's necessarily dirty, but just a different Canis design with its logo as well. Following that, you've got Mountain Soldier. Mountain Soldier looks really cool. It's sort of a military light camouflage design with the Fort Zancudo logo. After that, you've got Mine Mock. You guys know the Mine Mock logo. That's one of the brands in game. Very simple with sort of the red and gray and Mine Mock logo. After that, it's Chiansky Ranger. This one looks amazing. You get that sort of green and yellow and brown with the Chiansky logo on there. That one looks fantastic. After that, it is the Viceroy, which I think is like a hotel in San Andreas or Los Santos. Either way, looks pretty cool, sort of the black and gold. Following that, you get Los Santos Lifeguard. Yes, yes, yes. That one is amazing. I can see so many people doing like Baywatch designs with this. That's really cool. And the final one is Black Eagle Hunter, which again is very similar to that original Camacho design that we got in the Doomsday Heist. Our next vehicle on the list today is the B11 Strikeforce, which of course is the A10 Thunderbolt. This is a plane. It's available on Warstock Cash and Carry for $3.8 million. The BF Strikeforce has some pretty cool liveries. The first one is called the Hog, which gives you a really nice design on the front, sort of like a nice sharp tooth design. That's pretty cool. The next one is the Snake. Again, very similar design on the nose of the jet with sort of like a reptile scale pattern. After that, it is Stealth Camo Hog. That is awesome. Sort of gives you this black military look for the jet itself. After that, you've got the Shark, which we've seen on other vehicles in the past. Looking pretty awesome right there. After that, you've got a cuter version, the Bunny. And the Bunny also changes sort of the things you see on the inside of the engine to pink as well. That's actually something I just noticed in this screenshot right here. After that, you've got Camo Shark, which adds a camouflage design to the Shark livery we've already seen. Same with Camo Snake, adds a camouflage design to the Snake livery that we've already seen. After that, it's Woodland Camo Hog, which is the same hog livery, but just with a woodland camo. Then it's just straight camo, which is sort of its own gradient camouflage design. After that, you've got Camo Hog, which is the hog design, and we've seen that before, but it's just got a camo livery on there. And last but not least, you've got White Tipped Hog, which changes the tips of the wings to white, whereas the rest of the color remains the same. So really cool liveries right there. Some other things you want to know about this vehicle, including its weapons. It has an explosive cannon. It's slow, but very, very powerful. It has homing missiles. It has barrage rockets with 6 shots, and it has the options to add bombs. And it also has the same performance upgrades that can be applied to standard Smuggler's Run aircrafts, and it also has countermeasures as well. So this is going to be one of the best jets that Rockstar ultimately adds into the game. After that, we've got the Oppressor Mk II, which has an immediate price of $3.89 million and a trade price of $2.9 million. Its class is in the motorcycle, and it is available on the Warstock cash and carry site. So the Oppressor Mk II has no liveries. Probably the most interesting thing about it is it's always floating. So it kind of has that Deluxo-like hover ability. It has explosive cannons, Ruiner 2000 style rockets, countermeasures, is upgraded inside of the Terabyte, so you need the Terabyte in order to actually upgrade this vehicle. Basically, this thing is just a better version of the Oppressor, which is already such an overpowered vehicle that we have into the game. This thing is going to be insane. It almost looks as if it's not from the GTA universe. It almost kind of feels like it's from a game like, Saints Row or something like that. That's just sort of the vibe I'm getting from the Oppressor Mk II. After that, we've got the Scramjet. So the Scramjet has an immediate price of $4.6 million, a trade price of $3.4 million. It is a supercar, and it's available on Warstock cash and carry. Now, the Scramjet has some pretty nice but simple liveries. The first one is Racing Stripes, which is 2 yellow stripes that goes down the length of the car. Following that, it's an interesting one, Republican Space Rangers, which sort of paints your car this minty green with a Republican Space Ranger, spaceship. After that, it's Speeder. Speeder is very simple, adds these gray stripes that goes along the front of the car. Following that, Princess Robot Bubblegum gets a livery on here. We've seen that on existing vehicles, very colorful with the pink and purple. You've got red pinstripes, a very classic and iconic look on this car. Sort of gives it that Mach 5 speed racer vibe. After that, it's Neon Racer. Neon Racer looks really good too. Simple sort of gray, black, blue outline stripes. Following that, it's Classic Flames, which looks really cool. It's the orange and red flame design. After that, it's Go Faster Flames, which is sort of a striped white flame design. Looks kind of cool. And then we've got Blue Pinstripes up next. I really like this look. You sort of get blue and bright yellow stripes going together. And the following one is Impotent Rage, which adds a pink Impotent Rage logo on the hood and on the side too. Now, some interesting things to note about the Scramjet. It is weaponized. It has missiles that it can fire at other vehicles. They do lock on as well. So it is going to be one of those like vigilante competitors. I think that's why Rockstar ultimately added that. It also has a thruster ability, which is quite cool, so it's going to be able to compete with the Vigilante. It also has a jumping booster ability as well, so it kind of takes what like the Ruiner 2000 had a little bit in the fact that it can jump off the ground and then you can sort of pair it with its booster option. So those are the 3 big things of the Scramjet, and it's obviously a supercar, so in general, it's going to be pretty quick. Now, another thing to note regarding the Scramjet is its trade price is actually unlocked by winning the Hunting Pack Remix adversary mode. So we don't know when that is going to be coming out, but whenever the Hunting Pack Remix adversary mode comes out, you can imagine the Scramjet will be coming along right beside it. So again, pretty interesting stuff right there. The Scramjet is going to be by far one of the most interesting vehicles. Our next vehicle on the list today is the Menacer. So the Menacer is available for $1.775 million. It's an off-road vehicle on the Warstock cash and carry site. The Menacer does not have any liveries, and honestly, this one doesn't look all that exciting. It really just looks like it's going to be another weaponized vehicle that Rockstar add into the game to sort of compete against like the Insurgent or something like that. I'm really not too sure, but a lot of people don't seem to be loving this vehicle, that's for sure. And the final one in which we are going to be talking about today, and that is the Blimp. So the Blimp is eventually going to be added to the Elitist Travel website. It has an immediate price of $1.19 million and a trade price of $895. And the Blimp is going to get a lot of different liveries: Chapal, E-Cola, Burger Shot, Redwood, Sprunk Extreme, Pizvazer Jackal, and Tony's Funhouse, or whatever nightclub you have on there already. So again, pretty interesting stuff. I don't see this being a super useful vehicle because Blimps will probably be destroyed super easily. But at the end of the day, it's another car that Rockstar has decided to add. Anyways, that right there is all the information you need to know on the new drip feed vehicles that will be coming out soon: the Stafford, Freecrawler, Strikeforce, Oppressor Mk II, Scramjet, Menacer, and Blimp. And remember, we covered the Terabyte because it had so much detail in yesterday's video, so that's why we didn't talk about it today. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Which of these vehicles do you think is going to be your favorite? I think I'm really looking forward to the Stafford and the Scramjet. Those two look amazing. Anyways, if you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. Without the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.